Chair.
Oh, you done B.
Sorry, Chair.
You've done B.
We need to
Excuse me.
be substantive, or no? We're going to leave everything with a 2.5? We've dealt with the amendment, and I'm just, Chair, just clarification that 2.5 is the next one we should vote on. Sorry.
I was dealing with A and B together on that. Okay?
No, we only dealt with the amendment.
I signalled that I was dealing with A and B in one go because they did impact on each other. Okay? But if you want to do B again, do B separately?
No.
Okay?
You can't. It's already been moved.
Yep. So
But
A and B have already
if
been...
somebody's against it, they could register their opposition.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll register.
So I'm getting a request that we could move the substantive for A and B now. Okay?
I'm opposed to that, Mr. Chair,
Okay?
for the reasons I gave earlier.
Yep. Okay, so we have a mover and a seconder for A and B.
Could we please move them separately?
Okay?
Because I
We can't.
Sorry.
Put up as a package, so...
Well, can it be noted? Well, are we able to note?
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
can do that. Yep. All right, so we're going to get it out of the way, so to speak, before we move to C, we are now going to vote on the substantive, which is in your dockets. It's also up on the screen. We're going to vote on A and B together. We have a mover and we have a seconder. No doubt there's division.
Are you having any comments? I haven't spoken on the amendment.
Yep, true.
Yes, go ahead, Councillor Newman. Yes, you're quite right. So if anyone wants to speak, because we were technically speaking to the amendment,
Okay.
so those who do want to speak to the substantive of A and B, they can, please.
Well, Mr. Chair, I'll keep it brief, but I would point out that A is achieved by passing B, and B is for 1 year only. So for all those people who think that we are now on a 2.5% rate path and we have achieved a great thing with the previous motion, be aware that I would expect that we will be continuing with the gearing out of a business rate differential next year, and that will be achieved in part by a likely price path for a rate increase which is higher than 2.5. Yep. And I would very much hope, Mr. Chair, that you will be supporting that recommendation next year.
There is a chance. There is a chance. But yes, we will be, and just for those who are quite clear on B, we will be coming back with a piece of work for the LTP so that we get better understanding what the target of 25.8 means. So that's what we do. Councillor Cooper.
Thank you. And just the same, in support of Councillor Newman, but I'm also speaking up for the tens or maybe not 100,000 small businesses in Auckland. You know, we made an agreement, just as we did with 3.5. A lot of actually thousands of these businesses are 1 and 2 people businesses, small and micro businesses, and they're the same people that pay rates in their house but then rates on their business. And for the most part, they don't get a huge amount of money out of their businesses, but that's how they earn their living. And it's often no different than someone on a salary. And so I feel that we've kind of broken a promise to that business community. We can, you know, go on about big business and Sky City next door and, you know, Fletcher's and all that. However, you know, most of our businesses in Auckland are all around the country are small businesses, and that's who we're hurting. So, and it's, you know, in the city centre, they've also got a city centre targeted rate, and there might be another rate, which I'm not allowed to talk about, as well. So, you know, for some of these businesses, it's actually going to be quite tough. So I'm absolutely echoing Councillor Newman's comments that I hope this isn't just a, you know, we're saying it's for 1 year and then we carry on. You know, we just stop it altogether. It wouldn't be fair. So that's all I need to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Philippone.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to sort of make one small comment on Resolution A, on the recommendation, and that is I do look forward, and it's been said several times here, but I do look forward to the conversation with the long-term plan, as the Deputy Mayor said, around the general rate rise, because without repeating what everybody said, I just look forward to that discussion, because it has to be a hard talk for us with 18 to 28. Thank you.
Councillor Simpson.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. I've got a question to Andrew, please. Could you, noting that Ōreki ward has had unbelievably high residential rates rises since amalgamation. I spoke about the 10 to 40%, 1 in 3, and people getting 10 to 40% even in 1 year. Could you please confirm that a 2.5% rates rise will be the lowest rates rise that Ōreki ward residential ratepayers will have received since amalgamation?
Yes, that's the case.
Thank you, like the old CNR Auckland City Council days, eh, Mr Chairman?
Well, you know what
The
happened
bad old days, you
then.
mean?
Yeah. And you know what happened
dark
My
then.
community
ages.
will be thinking it's like manna from heaven.
Councillor Walker, Wayne Walker.
Yes, I just want to put my objection around having to vote for A without prior C and D. I just want to put that on the record. Thank you.
Noted. Right, Councillor Fletcher.
I can't let this moment pass without lamenting B, because I had hoped that we were going to be a much more business-friendly council, and that we understood that employment actually comes from the commercial sector. And employment is so important to the retention of those people that Councillor Darby spoke of before. This policy was a very difficult policy to introduce, and by demonstrating that, we'll play political games in terms of pausing it at this stage, we all know the pressures, but I think that this is a lack of particularly bad faith with the business community, and along with that, and other proposals that we will debate shortly in terms of property taxes, in terms of commercial activities, it's just an anathema to me. And I think if anyone has the audacity, there's been a lot of talk about courage today, and Mr Chair, I have to say that when you are in the chair, I think it's unfortunate that you don't draw up those people who personalise the attack. Because this time next year, we're going to be having a discussion around the LTP, and those of us who have a different view on some issues are going to be looking for courage from everyone on the LTP. So I think that we should show the maturity that we can actually raise the issues. Everyone here is coming with their own judgment on the issues, and I don't want to point the finger at anyone in particular. But I do think that we have, in terms of bad faith, really kicked in the guts the commercial sector today, and I just want us to be aware of what we're doing, because, as Councillor Cooper has said, it's not just the great big businesses that we can all love to hate. It's just our ma and pa businesses. And is that really what we are seeking to do? I think it's unfortunate, and I certainly won't be voting for it.
Right. I just want to comment, because I'm also a supporter of business, and indeed when the past mayor put his proposal, the LTP, I actually tried to accelerate the reaching of the goal. That was defeated. I am happy to, and was happy to support the mayor's proposal on pausing the differential this year, and mainly because he was sensibly deciding not to play around with the transport targeted rate. Now, I think those councillors that were in the previous term know very well where I came from on the transport targeted rate, which is actually, which was a rate that actually is very beneficial for business, and indeed it's the poor old ratepayers and small business that got whacked by it. What in effect was a poll tax. The mayor, in his proposal, decided that that would be left in place as it is structured at the moment, which is very business friendly and gives business a great deal of benefit from that, and that will be looked at next year if we are to continue with it. So by actually not playing around with that formula, business got a very big amount of assistance, way outweighing us pausing the differential by 0.5 for 1 year. So hence I'm happy to do this, and we will come back, and it's a good chance we will be resuming that path at the LTP, but again, there's a mayoral proposal. We then have the chance to amend that proposal for consultation, and that will be for that time. So we have the A and B up there, and no doubt there will be a call for a division, so I'm calling for a division, so we will start the voting on A and B, please. And we're noting Councillor Cooper wanted it noted that she is
Voting
not supportive
against
of B,
B.
and Councillor Fletcher, did you want to record or not?
You're going to take them
separately,
both.
Mr. Chairman.
I thought you were going to
once,
take them
yeah.
separately. Yeah.
No, he's not taking them
So you're going to do them
We've
together.
got to take them together.
So my vote will apply to both.
Okay, all right then. Okay, right.
Councillor Clough.
Yes?
Councillor Casey.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Cashmore.
For.
Councillor Collins.
For.
Councillor Cooper.
For A.
Councillor Darby.
For.
Councillor Filipaina.
Aye.
Councillor Fletcher.
No.
Mayor Goff.
For.
Member Henare.
Aye.
Councillor Hills.
Yes, thank you.
Councillor Hulse.
Aye.
Member Kake.
Aye.
Councillor Denise Lee.
Or
Councillor Mike Lee.
No.
Councillor Newman.
For.
Councillor Quacks.
No.
Councillor Sayers.
Against.
Councillor Simpson.
or
Councillor Sir John Walker.
For.
Councillor Wayne Walker.
For.
Councillor Watson.
Yes.
Thank you, members. That was carried 18-4. So we are now going to move on to item number C, which is the accommodation targeted rate.
And can we note that Councillor Hulse and I are leaving, and also could someone make sure we do get called back?
Yep.
Thank you.
Just one line.
Don't go to the movies, or maybe go to a
Oh,
movie.
you would probably go to a movie.
It's a really good movie on downtown.
Just over here.
Movies.